Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good afternoon from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna Space Romeo Echo Papa Indigo November. Yet again, welcome to another match review involving the Gunners and their European tie against Sporting Lisbon of Portugal. Other than that, I'm going to be getting into the player team selection that I would go with, the 9 subs, well, more than 9 subs, and the formation. But before I do all of that, all that I want you to do, well, before I want you to do what I want you to do, can I say good morning to you guys? Whether you are, I don't know, whether you are just having breakfast or you're still in bed having your lie down, or allow me to say good evening to you guys, whether you're just taking your pet dog for a walk, you're doing your evening shopping, or you are out and about doing what you need to do, etc. Or allow me to say good night and rest well. Other than that, before I get into the starting 11 that I would go with and and the substitution bench that I will go with, show me love, joy, and respect, by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, Smash the thumbs up like button for me in abundance, On top of that, do me a favor. Do share this channel virally all over the globe. Excuse me. Especially to your friends and your relatives, And if you're watching me and this content for the first time, let me say welcome on board, But smash the share button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously. And share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, and tell them to share it amongst their friends and relatives, especially if you're an Arsenal fan or a football fan of a rival or a neutral. On top of that, do me a favor, make sure that you leave your views of the game. Give me your views of how the outcome of the game is going to be, where the game's going to be won, your opinions, your thoughts of the game, your score prediction, I don't know, yellow card prediction, corner prediction, etc. All welcome in the comment section below. And as far as I, as DLG Repping, is concerned, it's a positive feedback comment section, So keep it nice and keep it respectful. On top of that, do smash the subscribe button for me, And speaking of subscribe, shout out to yourself, sir, madam, young man, young lady, young man, young woman, etc. Because you are now the 243rd subscriber to my channel. So massive shout out to yourself, and I'm shouting out to you with love, joy, and respect, And if you do subscribe, like I've just done now, I'll shout that person out, I haven't got your name, but I've shouted you out, So massive shout out to you, And the aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the beginning of this year, middle of this year, or at the end of this year. Either way, let's get to 1,000 and over subscribers by this year alone. So smash the sub button left, right, and center gloriously but passionately for me, And you know what? If I continue to do my my videos consistently, I'll continue to you lot can continue to support me consistently. And I do apologize for no show. I should have written it down in a notice board, etc. It's not on, and I do apologize abundantly. It weren't for the fact that Match of the Day wasn't on and I couldn't do the stream, or it was on but there was no pundits and none of this, etc. There's no excuses, and it's wholly unacceptable for myself. I'll take big responsibility for that. Well, let's move on and go with the starting 11 that will go against Sporting Lisbon. The formation is my usual 4-3-3. For those of you that don't know, you can see it on the bottom of the screen. So in goal for this second leg, I'm going to go with Matt Turner. In the first leg, he looked shaky, but I do trust him to feel at home at the Emirates, and I'll give him his home debut. Right back, I'm going to go with Takahiro Tomiyasu. Maybe I feel Benjamin White needs a little rest here, and I think he will be certified to start against Crystal Palace. Where Takahiro Tomiyasu, he's going to have to use this opportunity to stake his claim for a first team opportunity week in, week out, especially in the Premier League and the run up to the business end of the fixtures. Takahiro Tomiyasu starts this game. William Saliba, I think it's right for us to start him in this game. I know I know how highly talented he is, and he's had a fabulous season. But I feel Gabriel Dos Santos Magalhães will need a rest, and he deserves it. I think he's been our best performing centre half. William Saliba has had his first season in Arsenal colours, and I feel that he needs a number of games as humanly possible to gain that relevant experience. And where else can you select him for duty but on a European night? So it is another European night for him. Alongside him, Jakub Kovia. His debut wasn't too bad. All that he needs to understand is you don't duck out of headers. And I hope it's the very last time he does things like that. I hope it's the last time he feels a bit nervous. But you know what? He's just finding his feet, and I do think I'm going to go on to rate this guy as highly as I can imagine. So, Mr. Kovia. So let's rephrase that again. Mr. Jakub Kovia, you start this game, in my opinion. Left back, I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney here. I feel that I don't need to go too strong here. I mean, this is not. I am making some changes of my own, but this is the team that I would go with. Maybe you could say this is a rough idea. This is a rough, I don't know, a rough sketch of what the team should look like in all hindsight. But for me, Kieran Tierney, another guy who wants to prove himself at this football club, and he wants to be club captain one day. And you know what? He's going to have to put in a performance like Takahiro Tomiyasu, like Jakub Kovia, to convince the manager to give them their run in the team. However, I know it's not the case, but we're going to have to go as strong as we can. So let's see how that pans out. Right, the midfield area. Jorginho will start for me. For the simple fact is that Thomas Partey, not necessarily. I think Thomas Partey is hugely important to our midfield. Jorginho's just as important to us as well. He adds a squad depth, he adds relevant experience, and he's won everything that there is in the domestic game. So his performances has been respectful and delightful. So I have confidence in him and doing the job. Jorginho. On the right hand side to him, I'm going to go with Fabio Vieira. He needs a big game for the Arsenal. This is his holy opportunity to put a marker on the first team opportunities, and I don't see why he can't do it. This is his opportunity to show the management, the fans, what he really is all about. And I believe there is a very good player in him, Fabio Vieira. On the left-hand side to him, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, for me, well, he's one of the most, well, not only is he one of the most improved midfielders at the club, but I feel that his leadership will be vital to us. And I believe by picking him in this team, he could prove to be the difference maker. on his day. So Granit Xhaka. The front three on the right hand side of the three, Reece Nelson. He deserves his opportunity to shine, to show us what we really want to see in his potential, to show us how much potential he really has. And I tell you what, that goal against Bournemouth was nerves of balls, and for me, he showed that in abundance. Now he's got to show that at the start of this game against Sporting Lisbon, and his work rate as well, going back to help Takahiro Tomiyasu. Um, on the left, I'm going to go with Leandro. I'm going to go with Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli on the left for me. I feel that his link-up play with Tierney has been very good in the past, and I feel that they've got an understanding on that side. And with Tierney overlapping him, you can see the link-up straight away. And plus, Gabriel Martinelli's on good form, and for me, he's playing with a lot of confidence. And the man in the false nine, I'm going to go for Leandro Trossard. I know that Jesus is fit and available and waiting to get back into the first team, but I feel that Trossard has been an exceptional signing. Yes, he scored one goal in the league, but for me, the 3 assists on Sunday's game against Fulham, you could see that Trossard is more than capable of doing the job and doing more of a job. His quality and his intelligence is second to none. So, Mr. Leandro Trossard to start. Right, my substitution. Aaron Ramsdale on the bench, our undisputed number one. I don't think he's necessarily going to be needed for this cup tie. I've got all the faith I can invest in Matt Turner in having a good night. And as long as he's kicking his on point, and as long as he don't take too many risky passes from the back, then I'm good. Another substitute, James Hilson. I think he's a teenage goalkeeper between the age of 17 to 19 years old. He's in the under 21s, so the under 23s, I believe, and I feel that he can only provide comfort to Aaron Ramsdale, and I don't see him start. Well, I don't see him making a substitute cameo appearances, let alone starting. So I'm going to go with James Hilson. Benjamin White on the bench. I know he's been fantastic at right back all season. He has been absolutely brilliant, and I'll take nothing away from him, from his defensive duties to the offensive performances. I have more than fallen. I have more than not literally fallen, but I've more than enjoyed Ben White playing in that position and performing in that area. So for me, he's on the bench. Rob Holding on the bench, great squad player. He's hardly complained, hardly kick up a fuss, and that is a mark to the man himself. However, I feel that because we're playing a back four, I don't think he really suits. I don't think he really suits the formation we play. At least if it's a back three, he seems to be more comfortable. But I think it's a case of his position in the back four, and he seems to struggle alongside any centre half pairing. So Rob Holding on the bench. Another guy on the bench for me, Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. He has been absolutely a colossus this season. I think he's been the better of the two out of him and Saliba. Just edges it for me. However, I wouldn't think that he would be needed in this game, and I think he's a key player that you want in the title running. So Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães on the bench. Substitute number. No. Ramsdale, James Hilson. Holding. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. Alexander Zinchenko. He has been phenomenal most of the season. He has been such an exceptional player. His ability on the ball, time and time again, always outshines everything he does, even the risk that he takes and the poor positioning at left back. Sometimes he's found wanting when we're facing the counter attack, but one on one, his defending could be a lot better. But let's not take anything away from him. He's consistently brilliant most games, and hence the reason why he's in Arteta's first 11 game game in and game out, every week in and every week out. So Alexander Zinchenko will make my bench. Substitute number 6, Emil Smith Rowe. Now, he hasn't got a goal this season. He's been injured for the majority of the season, but he's gradually finding his way back into first team football, and he's making appearances, and he's showing some neat touches on the ball. Engaging with his teammates, especially Saka, because him and Saka had a wicked understanding last season, and I expect him to gradually get back into the groove of things and play more minutes for Arsenal. Maybe not so near in the future, but gradually. Substitute number 7, Martin Odegaard, our club captain, fantastic. What a great game he's had. He's got himself 10 Premier League goals. That's double figures for our number 10 and our Arsenal captain. And for me, the guy is just brilliantly outstanding. Mainly week in, week out, or every other week in, and every other week out. I believe he will go on to be a top class number 10 midfielder in the world if he continues his consistent form. Substitute number 8, Thomas Partey. Now, I wouldn't want to risk injury to this individual. I mean, we know what he's like when he's on form. He is the midfield bully destroyer in my eyes. And when he gets around the pitch and he breaks up lines after lines, you wonder why he was nicknamed the Octopus at his old club, Atletico de Madrid. Says it all about the guy, and the guy is an enforcer in that midfield. For me, it's key that we protect him. Substitute number 9, Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, for me, he has been brilliant for the last 2, maybe 2.5, 3 seasons for Arsenal. He's been our best performer without a shadow of a doubt. The guy right now, he's in and around amongst the best wingers in the world. He's definitely, surely in that conversation. Because if he isn't, then I would like to know why he shouldn't be in that conversation. For me, I feel that he has faded out in some matches of recently. Mikel Arteta was right to take him off with about 20 minutes to go. And maybe Arteta may feel that he shall rest him for this game, but I think I would rest him for as long as I can without thinking of using him. And I think what I've got and what I have picked out of the squad depth that we've got right now, I think that's enough for us to do a job. Substitute number 10. Substitute number 10, Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, for me, he has been absolutely a masterclass of a signing. Very clever with his movement off the ball. Works immensely hard for the team, and that's a requirement of a footballer. But for me, he hasn't got enough goals in his Arsenal. But what he has got in his locker. But what he has got for me is a good understanding with the likes of Martinelli. I think Martinelli more than I would say Bukayo Saka. Especially Martinelli. His link-up play with him has been absolutely brilliant for the bulk of the first season, up until the point that he got injured. Now that he's coming back into the team, he he even was eager to impress and get a goal for Arsenal. But I think we should ease him in with little minutes of the game. And he's a guy that I do not want to rush in to this fixture. You know, I think we need to ease him in. Can I get substitute number 11? And who could that be? This is where I am going to seriously struggle. I'm going to go for this young rookie. He goes by the name of Amari Dubry Kozia. This guy has an abundance of talent, huge potential, and he is definitely waiting in line to break into the first team. And I think with him, we've got to manage him as good as well. We've got to manage him as well as we can possibly manage every other youngster in the squad. And for me, that's a key. We got to look after him, wrap him up in cotton wool, and nurture him as best we can. And we have to definitely look after our youngsters as best we can. And he is one for tomorrow for me. And there is talent and a lot of potential, bag of potential about him. I'm excited about him as well from the longer term point of view. But he'll have a place on the bench. Substitute number 11, number 12, sorry, Matthew Smith, young defender from the academy, another Haylander, and need I say more about him? And he is another English player that we've got on our books. So I'm proud to talk about Dubry Kozia and Matthew Smith and have them on the bench. Otherwise, it's just another starting 11 complete, as well as my substitution bench complete. And on top of that, yeah, what a pleasure to do a European UEFA Europa League match preview of Arsenal v Sporting Lisbon in the last 16. This is a place for the quarterfinals, I think, by next month. So it's all there to play for. So, ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I'll thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last, as I always do. I thank you so much for putting up with me as you do. Just remember to look after your friends. Do look after your families. Make sure you look after yourselves, as that's always important wherever you are in the world, in or outside, inside your home or outside of your homes. Wherever you are, look after yourselves. More peace, more love, more blessings again, as I always, yeah? As DOG repping from the bottom of my heart, we're going to chat again. And on top of that, yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And once again, shout out to yourself, whoever became the 243rd subscriber to my channel. Much love, respect, appreciation, and joy for you guys, for you, whoever you are. Sir, madam, no matter what race you are, religion, the culture, etc. Shout out to yourself. It's all love in this channel. Other than that, just one more thing for me. Just remember, please always be nice. And I do mean be nice. Cheers.